I'm going to do it in Mark's style, okay? So, welcome Wapplers from around the world. This is our October meetup. We meet on the second Friday of the month at 4 p.m. Netherlands time or 1 a.m. Aussie time. Is it 1 a.m., Ben? Excellent. I'm John, aka Site Street in the community, and I'm standing in for Mark, who expertly organises these every month. So he can't make it this month. So what we're going to do, you've all seen over the last few weeks, Wappler 7 betas coming out each Thursday. So I don't know how many of you have installed it and given it a go, what you think. But to kick us off, Ben has done an excellent video to introduce a couple of bits or some key bits from version 7. So I'm going to play that, and then we'll chat around it after that, if that's okay with everyone. So let me attempt. Can you all see the video? Excellent.
Yes,
Right.
clearly.
Okay, let's go.
Hi everyone. And welcome to this video, where I trial Wappler version 7, beta 3. As you may already be aware, my name is Ben Plessier, or as Ben in the Wappler community. With this video, I will show the new interface, while I walk you through the steps that I take when starting a new node project. Let me start off by saying that the Wappler team have done an incredible job with Wappler version 7, in which they have incorporated many features that I was looking forward to. Here I have created a new node project. Nothing out of the ordinary with the exception of the new interface. I am showing this on a standard 32-inch screen with QHD resolution of 2560 by 1440 pixels. Compared to previous versions of Wappler, this shows a separate App Connect panel, divorced from the Properties panel. These panels have also undergone a name change. The App Connect panel is now named Page Structure, for a very good reason. I will come back to this a bit later on. The Properties panel is now named the Selection panel. Here we can select properties, design, and styles. This is similar to before, with the exception of a missing DOM panel. To get to the layout as shown here, I go to the Options icon. In the General panel, I have opted for a split screen, and for the Page panel located on the right. In the System panel, I have enabled the experimental features. When I now open the content page in a browser and apply a lighthouse analysis, I notice that accessibility and SEO need some attention. You may now well ask, what has this to do with Wappler version 7? Just bear with me for a moment and I will explain. First, let us see what Lighthouse is telling us. Going to accessibility, we see that the HTML element does not have a lang attribute. Secondly, the SEO complains about a missing meta description. Back in Wappler, I have selected the layout page. Here I select the app node. For the lang attribute, I select the applicable language, in this case, English. Then, under meta tags, I choose description and enter some content. Turning back to Lighthouse, we see a perfect score. Needless to say, the lang attribute and the meta description can be easily overlooked. Wouldn't it be handy if Wappler automatically included these? But we are not there yet. A document usually has a header, main content, and a footer. HTML boasts semantic block level elements with the same nomenclature. The header and the footer usually remain the same from one page to another. Hence I will add these to the layout page. Now we see that the main content is contained within a meaningless div tag. In the past, I have added a main element and dragged the div element inside it. However, wouldn't it make more sense to change the meaningless div tag into a semantic main tag? The only way to do this in Wappler is to change this in code view. Now we have a perfect semantically structured document, a structure that will enhance SEO and accessibility. And now for my favorite change in Wappler 7. I would like the footer to push to the bottom of the page when there is not enough content. For this to happen, the HTML and the body elements need to be at the same height as the browser's viewport. Starting with the HTML tag, normally I would go to the DOM panel. But there is none. However, when I click on the Show All Elements button, the complete DOM is shown. This shows the dedication of the Wappler team, to give us the functionality that none of us Wapplers had asked for. Yet something that we have all longed for. Enough praise, on with the job at hand. Here I select the HTML element and add a class that gives the element a height of the current viewport. As a side note, it would have been more complete had there be a height property to choose from, similar to other elements. Then I select the app node. Lo and behold. Another surprise. Here I can convert the body element into a flex container. And set its direction. Not to forget setting its height to 100%. Lastly, I set the main element to grow to the remaining available space. This pushes the footer to the bottom of the page. Again, it would be nice to have this available as an option in the Properties panel. I guess that beggars cannot be choosers. And that is my experience with Wappler 7. A personal thought, as an older person, one often reflects on the past. In the case of Wappler, it gives me a chance to look to the future. Well done Wappler team, George, Patrick, and Theodore. Kudos. Wow. The Thursday excitement has returned. Let me see what this promises. I start with a new project where I have already added a header and a footer. Notice the main content sandwiched between the two of them? This is huge improvement as discussed in the first part of this video. I have also added the lang attribute in the meta description. As George said, and I quote, "Only the default page language and meta description didn't make it because, well, there can't really be default values as everybody wants something else." End quote. Just make sure that these are not forgotten with respect to accessibility and SEO. As in the first part of the video, to push the footer down, I convert the body element into a flex container. This has added the necessary bootstrap classes to the HTML tag. And to the body tag. All that remains now, is to grow the main element to fill the available space. For this I select the main element and scroll down to flex item. Here I select full, and we are done. Words fail me. Instead of just looking to the future, these additions have given me a new lease of life. And I did not even come close to mentioning the extra properties that are available for the HTML and body elements. Thank you for watching. I hope this serves as a primer for the discussions for the rest of the meetup.
That better.
Very nice. Thank you very much, Ben.
Phew. Yeah, thank you, Ben. For me, the killer edition, which kind of arrived fairly under the radar. Well, not under the radar, but it was said is the what do they call it? The pages, the page structure that gives us basically the entire, instead of having the DOM separate. I was forever creating a span and wanting to put some attributes on it and having to switch to DOM, find the span, do what I want, and then go back to the app structure. Whereas now we get it all in one tree that has absolutely everything in it. Which I think is going to make a big difference. Is anyone using the beta for real projects at the moment? Everyone's staying on 6.8 for now. Have you tried the beta? Have you installed it?
No.
Oh.
Well, I have started one project with the beta version, and I've found, especially this latest version, version 4. Well, it certainly is not less than what 6.8 is. In fact, as John said, combining having the full DOM structure in the panel certainly is a huge improvement. I usually had to go to the DOM panel, but instead of going to the DOM panel, I'd just do the the scripting itself, rather than going to the DOM panel each time. It was a lot faster. But this is a huge improvement. I love it.
Yeah. And since they've now given us the choice of, because with beta 1, we had the project folder on the left. No, the page structure on the left and the properties on the right.
Yeah.
And you were forever going, and if you're on a big screen, I mean, I'm on a 27-inch screen. I know Ben's is even wider. You're just forever click on the left all the way over to the right, click back to the left. Whereas now we've got the choice of having them side by side on the right or one above the other, which is how version 6 was. It pleases everyone. So I'll be honest, I wasn't overly excited that the big progress with version 7, the feature list, was all UI stuff. I was hoping there was going to be some either, I don't know, more functionality rather than the user interface. Whether that be a different server model, so something beyond Node.js, possibly Go or something like that. And when beta 1 came out and it was all front end UI, I was kind of a bit. I didn't have a problem with the version 6 UI, but now that it's reached beta 4, you can see actually it does make quite a difference, and I think it's going to speed up workflow.
And what I love about it too, John, is you can add elements from the page panel without any problem. You can add elements, delete elements, add elements before and after. You don't really need the design panel anymore. You just do everything in the page panel. I think that's a huge improvement. And then having the two alongside each other. Sorry, I'm suffering from asthma, and it's doing me a bit. It's asthma season here in Australia at the moment, and it'll last until about Christmas. But anyway, the fact that you don't have to go into design view anymore. You can have the design view alongside it. You can have the code view alongside it, and it just works so much more pleasantly. I'm so glad with these improvements.
Yeah, completely agree.
So Tassos and Vladimir, you haven't installed the beta version yet?
No.
Try it. It won't disappoint, honestly.
The key,
No, I will.
The key
I
thing,
will.
you can't have 6.8 and version 7 running at the same time.
No.
And when you exit 6.8, you don't just exit the editor, you have to actually exit from the taskbar. So on a Mac, you've got the Wappler icon in the top bar, and on Windows, you've got it in the footer bar. You've got to properly exit completely, then launch beta 7, version 7 beta, and then reverse that to go back. But other than that, you can freely go back and forth. So if you find any issues, report them. All your projects are available in version 7 as they are in 6. So you can work on something, save it, quit, launch the other one, open the project, carry on, and it should be fine.
Perfect. Let me ask something, because I usually process this all by myself, and if I hit on a wall, then I ask. Once we're here, Ben, to you also, have you after you updated to 7, upgraded to 7, have you modified any project that you have uploaded online with built with 6.8, and now it's everything okay with 7?
I'm working on one such a project now, and
And
I
everything's
have
okay.
found, well, the only thing is the Stripe payment system. That's still got me. I'm still using the old one,
What
but for the
can you tell
rest,
me?
everything works perfect.
Okay, okay.
I
I'm
need
not
to do.
the one. Hmm?
Sorry, no, go on, Tassos.
No. I just want to say that I don't want to say bad things or something, or mention only the things that understand what I mean. I love Wappler. I love this community. I love everything, but I have some concerns, and I have to tell them. Understand what I mean? Because again, I don't have two projects that I work, but it's not. It's kind of mine, not. I don't have some. That's why I haven't gone into the procedure to upgrade and things like that. I show people about the panels, and I don't think that's important. And from what I see here, from what I hear, it's better. It's better. I
Well,
haven't used,
it's
and I see that now that I show the video from Ben. I see that the
it's
most
Tassos.
elementary.
It's
Yeah, yeah.
virtually version 6.8 with a new interface. That's
Yeah, but I was.
practically all it is.
No, no matter, Ben. I love you. I know. I'm not the guy that. Oh no, yeah. Why did you take this from? And we're gonna use that. Get used to it. Understand what I mean? If it wasn't good, we will go. We would go and get used to it. I'm not the guy that stops there and bring problems. And we all go. But it is better anyway. You showed us, and it's better anyway.
Can I?
Perfect.
One quick thought. Do you use Git at all? GitHub or anything like that for your projects for storing and recording changes? Git is built into Wappler. The reason I say that is because if you work on a project, push it all to GitHub or wherever, then go into version 7, work on a project, you'll see when you save it, the beauty of Git is it shows you all the changes. So if you're unsure as to whether version 7 has done anything that version 6 didn't do, you'll be able to see the changes in the files that have saved. So you'll see all the files that have updated and the changes within those files. And you can then say, version 7 is doing something different. Now, at the moment, it looks like version 7 isn't going to be doing anything different because, as Ben said, the engine is the same. It's just the interface, the front end that they've been working on. But for peace of mind, or to confirm that, Git is a really good way because anything you do, it will tell you this is what's changed. I thoroughly recommend it. If you've not used it before, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's worth it. There's some great YouTube videos, 10-15 minutes, gives you all you need to know.
Where?
Just search on
What?
YouTube for how to
Okay.
use a starter tutorial for GitHub or
Okay.
Bitbucket or whatever repo you want to use.
Okay.
and Wappler has it all built in. If you use GitHub, it's really, really easy. You just got to be logged into your account and connect it, and it's done. And it's a fantastic backup. So every time I finish anything, before I walk away from my desk, I push to Git with a little description of what I've done. And then if everything goes properly wrong, I've got a copy in the cloud. And equally, I mean, if you really get into it, you get into branches and merging and rolling back and all of that, which I rarely do. But you don't need all of that. Just the staving is enough. It's a good habit to get
Thank
into.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
There's another advantage of using GitHub. There are cPanel and another panel allow you to upload the files that have changed on GitHub automatically. So you don't have to use FTP.
I think Plesk does as well.
Plesk, oh yeah, Plesk, that's the other one.
Yeah.
And I've also used railway.io, which is a hosting service, and they have exactly the same. Push a project to GitHub, and it automatically goes live on Railway. And I think there'll be other hosts that have it as well. But Railway does it behind the screens. You don't have to set up anything. It just happens automatically. I've made a video on that. You may like to have a look at it. And that's also Tassos, where I describe how to use GitHub.
Okay. Thank you all, guys.
And GitHub's completely free.
I pay for it.
You can pay for it, but the free version gives you all you need for what I've been talking about.
Well, I pay a whole $4 a month, US. Yeah.
Ooh.
Reckless. Has anyone else got any comments or questions, or otherwise it's relatively short meetup, but I don't know when. I'd love to know when the plans for final release of version 7 is going to be, and what other things they've got planned to go in it. I don't know whether it is just UI and they're just polishing and refining, or whether there's going to be some big surprises. Because version 6, I think, Pouch and Couch DB came about halfway through the beta process as a bit of a surprise. So I don't know whether we're going to get treated to something with version 7. I don't know if Ben knows anything. It's always nice that Thursday when you see there's an update, and then head straight to the forum and read through the change log. And even better when you get an alert in your thing, because it's one of the things you've requested that has been implemented. The summer was a long summer when we weren't getting any updates.
Well, it saved me quite a few nightly hours. The
True.
update usually comes in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
So, can I ask you,
Yeah.
in what way do you use Wappler?
In what?
Do you, well, let me rephrase that. The work that you do, is that just normal websites?
No.
Or do you go further than that?
No. I work in another type of work. Understand what I mean? has nothing to do with websites. I started by myself because I liked it. I wanted to do something, and I started making it with Wappler. Brian's and your videos attracted me.
Oh,
Understand what I mean?
thank
With
you.
coding, I'm good. I'm comfortable with coding with any language. I started with, but I remember now. Brian says Fortran and Pascal and C and whatever. I never gone too far, but I'm comfortable with it. One thing I can be comfortable is this public thing on the web. Understand what I mean? As I have it in my computer, I am perfectly sure and everything. This is what Wappler gave me. You and Brian gave me this opportunity to be secure, to feel safe with what I do. That's what I mean. Contact me with Wappler. Anyway, and I like it now. I like it very much. Anyway, but I think I'm too old to start with it. Anyway, I never say
What do you
nothing,
mean?
never. But
What do you mean? Too old? Crikey.
to change
You're a
habits.
youngster.
Yeah, I know. That's not what I don't misunderstand. Ben, to change habits at the same what I mean. To change career, to change something in my life. That's what I mean.
I knew mentioning age would get Ben going. Anyone else want to add anything?
Well, do you mind if I ask Vladimir the same question? I think it's the first time I've seen you, Vladimir. I'm not sure.
No, actually, I don't speak English very well. Sorry.
Doesn't matter. Speak
But,
your own language.
but
We'll
but
understand.
about years ago, I tried to find some stuff to make web service websites, and Wappler was the best. And now I think it's the best thing because you don't have platform. I can upload my website anywhere, and I own my project. It's very important for me. And the same as Tasos, I try to make some services in internet, and I try to make some website. Uh, maybe no, maybe after 2-3 months I will show you it. And I think Wappler is very good thing because before I many years programmed on Delphi, Pascal, Delphi.
Ah, yes.
Delphi.
Delphi,
Delphi,
yes.
Ah, Pascal.
And it's
Visual Pascal.
it's very good and easier because you use your mouse and do as you want. You don't need to think so much on coding or any other. And I tried to find the same in internet, and I think Wappler is the best choice for me.
That's interesting. I did Delphi about 30 years ago.
Yeah, but now it's higher in ratings last years.
Is it?
Yeah. I think maybe I may continue to program on Delphi and have good opportunities on the market. Maybe I don't know, but it
Wow.
was many times ago. And
And just for the record, your English is excellent. So don't think it's not.
I
Because
think
it's
I need to live some time in England or USA to improve my English because I I have very bad English.
You're welcome down under.
Thank you.
except they
We'll
don't talk
go.
English properly in Australia.
We'll go to John first to stay for a while, and then go to Ben
Yeah.
all together. Okay.
World
Perfect.
tour.
Well, Actually, Brian English, he was in Adelaide, which is about 800 kilometres from Melbourne, where I live. And we wanted to meet up with each other. Problem was that I had a severe bout of asthma, and I couldn't meet up with him, unfortunately. Never mind.
That would have been good to see Ben and Brian together.
He's a beauty. Love him.
Yeah. He's just gone off on holiday, isn't he?
Again.
Yeah. I'm not envious at all.
No.
Right. Well, good to see everyone. It's been another good meetup. It's good to just chat really and bounce ideas and things. So I hope you all have a good, I was going to say rest of the day or good rest of the night. And good weekend, and see you all next month. The next one will be, I haven't looked at the date, but it'll be the second Friday in November. What's that? The 8th. Friday the 8th of November will be our next one. And all being well, Mark will be back. So you won't have to put up with me.
But it's a bit of a pity, actually, that we can't discuss the version 7 of Wappler. If you go to the, I don't know if you've got Wappler in front of you, but go to the complete DOM panel and click on the HTML element. Have a look at what we've got now in the properties panel. It's amazing. Colors, line heights, margins. And if you go through each and every element, it's exactly the same. It is, well, limited to that particular element. So you don't get everything, but you do get everything that's required for the element. I think they've done a beautiful job with that. And it just makes working so much easier. John with his spans, adding a span. It just works so much better than the previous versions. And I'm so glad they didn't touch the machinery behind it, just concentrated on the UI. Yeah, well, Tassos, you disappoint me.
Well,
You should have installed it long ago.
Right, the challenge for everyone here in the next 24 hours, download version 7 beta 4, install it, and either start a new project and just have a play, or open an existing project and see how it differs, and see what you think, and feedback in the community, because Ben's video as evidence that they listen to the feedback and will act on it if they agree that it's a good idea. So the more of us that try it and feedback on it, the more refined and more powerful and better the final version's going to be. So I encourage you.
If you don't use Git, just clone an existing project and work on it. And if anything goes haywire, which it won't, then you can always go back to the original version.
That's a very good idea.
You can have, as you said, John, you can have N6.8 and 7 installed, but only after you quit from the tray completely. You can start whichever you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, quit from the tray, open the other one. Quit that from the tray,
Okay.
open the first one, and just go back and
Okay.
forth. I've got lots of projects on the go, and so just because they're projects and I'm on deadlines, I'm still actively using 6.8. However, I don't think it's going to be long before I properly switch to 7, particularly as now what the changes that came out this week make it much better to use. So I think I probably will switch. But even if I don't, I'm just dipping into. I've got 7 running at the moment to just have a look around.
Anyway, you're about to go. Anyway,
So
7 is there.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, well, good to see you all. Thanks for joining, and have a good weekend. And see you next month. And Mark will announce what we're looking at next month.
Okay.
Thanks very much, John.
It's a pleasure. Thanks, Ben, for that. Superb.
Hello.
And really shows, because Ben did the first part of the video, sent it to me earlier in the week, and could see the bits where he said, "Oh, wouldn't it be good if it had this? Would it be good if it had that?" And contacted George. And a couple of days later, Beta 4 comes out with exactly what he'd asked for in it.
John, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh. Did you guys hear the sound from the video?
Oh no, was it silent?
Yes.
Oh, why didn't someone say?
I tried to.
That was a sabotage, I think.
So right, without the sound, it's fairly meaningless.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. Can I ask something? Where is the video? I didn't see it, and I'll try to find it in.
No, the video's not. It's not live yet. So
Okay,
it's literally was done about 6 hours ago.
Okay. Sorry.
I tested it. Oh,
John.
yeah.
The video from 2020, I see you do. Where is it? I thought that was a ripper. Love it. Where is it?
Oh,
so where is the sound?
What a good question. Right. Oh, unticked a couple of. Right. Okay. I'm going to play it again, and this time you'll get the sound. I'm confident. Okay.